God is calling you today. Accept the divine calendar. I am here now, and I need to tell you something that will change everything you thought about this moment in your life. Do you know that feeling that's been following you lately? That restlessness in your chest? That sense that something greater is calling you, but you can't quite define what it is. That strange urge to do more, to be more, to live something completely different from what you're living now. I know you felt it yesterday, when you were alone in your room, looking out the window, and suddenly an unexplainable wave of emotion overwhelmed your heart. I was there, whispering to your spirit, trying to tell you something you need to hear. Stop everything you're doing, right now, because I didn't come here today just to comfort you. I came to awaken you. I came to call you, and if your heart is racing right now, if something inside you is stirring as I speak, leave your I receive in the comments. Let your soul respond to what I am doing in this moment. My son, my daughter, I have been watching you. I saw when you woke up this morning with that weight on your heart, when you looked in the mirror and asked, is this really what I came to do on this earth? I saw your tears when you thought your life had no purpose, when you believed you were being ignored by me. But let me tell you the truth, I never stopped speaking to you. The problem is that you were listening with the wrong ears. Do you know why I allowed you to reach this exact moment in your life? Why I allowed you to go through everything you've been through, the disappointments, the failed relationships, the job that frustrated you, the door that closed when you were so sure? Because I was preparing you for this. I was shaping your character, strengthening your faith, breaking your dependence on temporary things so you could clearly hear. When I called you to something eternal, and today is the day I am calling you. Do you think it was a coincidence you're here listening to these words? Do you think it's by chance that your heart is restless right now? No, my child, I orchestrated every step that brought you to this moment. I know you're afraid. I see when you think, but Lord, I'm not qualified. I don't have enough education. I don't have resources. I don't have connections. Let me remind you of something. When I called Moses, he stuttered. When I called David, he was just a shepherd boy. When I called Peter, he was an impulsive fisherman. When I called Paul, he was persecuting my church. I don't call the qualified, I qualify the called. And you were called even before you were born. I had already set you apart for this time, for this purpose, for this specific mission that only you can fulfill. You know that ability you have and sometimes think is worthless? I placed it in you. That passion that burns in your heart, for justice, for helping people, for creating something new, I ignited it. I do nothing by accident. Every talent you possess, every painful experience you've lived, every lesson you've learned, all of it was preparation for what I'm about to do through you. And if you're hearing this and your heart is beating faster, leave it like so more people can receive this word that can change lives. But I need your response. I can't force you to accept the calling. I respect your free will too much for that. I know you have doubts. You're thinking, what if I fail? What if it's not really God speaking? What if people laugh at me, my child? Let me ask you a question. What's worse, trying and failing, or never trying and forever living with the doubt of what could have been? I'm offering you a life of meaning, an existence where each day has purpose, where you wake up knowing you are fulfilling exactly what you were created for. But I also need to warn you, accepting my call means leaving your comfort zone. It means trusting me even when you can't see the full path. It means sometimes going against the current, heading in the opposite direction of what the world considers normal or safe. It means there will be moments when my voice alone will be enough to sustain you. Are you willing? I know part of you wants to say yes, but another part is afraid. That's normal. Everyone I've called went through that. The difference between those who did great things and those who remained in mediocrity was simple. Some said yes despite the fear, others let fear decide. And let me tell you a secret. I have never called anyone to do something they couldn't accomplish with my help. Never. If I've called you to be an entrepreneur, I've already provided the connections and resources. If I've called you to minister, I've already prepared the hearts that will hear you. If I've called you to create, I've already inspired the ideas that will revolutionize. The question isn't if you can. The question is, will you share this message with someone you know needs to hear their calling today? I'll give you 3 signs to be sure it's my voice. Peace in the middle of the storm. Even in fear, you will feel a deep peace when thinking about the calling. It's my peace, which surpasses all understanding, unexpected confirmations. I will place people on your path who will say things that confirm what I'm speaking to your heart. Pay attention, supernatural doors. When you take the first step of faith, I will open paths that are humanly impossible, but I need you to take the first step. I won't do everything for you. I will go with you, but you need to move. You know what breaks my heart the most? Seeing my children wasting precious years trying to find satisfaction in things I never designed to fulfill them. Chasing human approval when I already approved them. Seeking security in money when I am the inexhaustible source. I have something much greater for you. Something that will make you wake up every day with purpose. Something that will impact generations. Something that when you reach the end of your life, you'll look back and say, it was worth it. I fulfilled what I came here to do. But that depends on your answer today, not tomorrow. When you feel more prepared, not next week, when the bills are paid, not next year. When you have more experience, today, because I am calling you today, and my callings have an appointed time. Subscribe to the channel to receive more guidance on how to walk in the purpose I have for your life. I know you're thinking, but Lord, how will I know specifically what to do? Here's the truth. I reveal my plan step by step, not all at once. If I showed you everything now, you'd be overwhelmed. I give you light only for the next step. And what is the next step? Accept the calling. Declare out loud, Lord, I accept what you have for me. I trust in you. When you do this, I will start showing you the details. I will connect you with the right people. I will open the necessary opportunities. I will equip you supernaturally, but I need your declaration of faith first. Do you know why so many people live empty, purposeless lives? Because they ignored the calling when I spoke. They chose the easier, more predictable, more reasonable path in human eyes, and I respected their choice. But I never stopped wishing they had said yes. I don't want you to be one more person who reaches 40, 50, 60 years old asking, what if I had accepted that calling? What if I had trusted? The life I designed for you is extraordinary, not because it will be free of challenges, but because it will have meaning. Every hardship will serve a greater purpose. Every victory will be a victory with eternal impact, and I will be with you every step of the way. When things get tough, I will sustain you. When you feel unworthy, I will remind you who you are in me. When you feel like giving up, I will renew your strength, because this is not just your dream, it's our dream. I dreamed of you long before you were born, and this calling echoing in your heart right now is the manifestation of that divine dream. So I ask you now, in this sacred moment, will you accept? Will you trade a common life for an extraordinary one? Will you trade temporary safety for eternal purpose? Will you trust me enough to take this step of faith? I'm extending my hand to you now. I'm offering you a partnership with me that will not only transform your life, but the lives of all those you will touch. Write I accept the calling in the comments if you are ready to take this step. Declare your faith publicly so that I can supernaturally confirm what I'm doing in your life. And if you still have doubts, let me tell you one last thing. I will never abandon you. If you say yes today, I will be with you until the end of this journey. I am faithful to my promises, and I promise that you won't regret trusting in me. The world is waiting for what I place inside of you. The people you will impact are waiting. The solution I will give through you for problems that seem impossible is waiting. But it all starts with your response today. I am waiting. Turn on the bell and subscribe to receive the next words about how to walk in this new season. I am opening in your life. This is just the first of many conversations I want to have with you.